and that dirty stuff, and then you've got no control coming back on. Oh my heavens.
United car.
The United car just absolutely goes into the side of the Porsche for what was then the category. Here's the 7 car just trying the third. That's the 41.
This is what happened.
Or 31. 31. That's the 31. Oh, and then the Ferrari goes through. Good heavens.
Wow, that came in super
Came
quick.
in really hot.
Dixon kissed the barrier, but
I think he just barely kissed it if he kissed it. Yeah. He got away
the
with
Ferrari kissed him on the way by as well.
Yeah. There you go.
And then the caddy, again, just a small touch.
Just missed it.
And got lucky that he didn't get collected by the Porsche, who then hits the barrier.
Wow. Yeah, but the point of my story was...
Qualifying and started 1-2 on the grid as they returned to the top flight of sports cars for the first time in 50 years. On the opening lap at a wet first chicane, trouble for the Action Express Cadillac. Jack Aitken losing control on the damp track on slick tyres and having to drag the damaged car back to the pit lane.
The Toyota lights ablaze. Make sure the slower cars see them. Here we go. Oh my God, the Mercedes has taken off. That's Peter Dumbreck at the wheel of the number 5 Mercedes. The car flew right up into the air, over the barriers, over the wire, and into the trees. Let's look at this again. This is an awful accident, an awful accident. He moves out of the slipstream of the Toyota, and the car...
Porsche we're on board with. One of the GT cars has taken a bit of a ride.
That's different.
There you see it. Just Lapierre just in there with huge speed and then gets into all of the other cars.
So he actually hit the Ferrari, which hit the Audi.
Yeah. Right. Wow. Marco Bononomi.
So this is a massive crash, and this is Alan McNeish in the Audi 3. Look at that. Wow. It's absolutely, I mean, it's a complete wreck.
Well, we're in now, that is an Audi we're in, and then you see Alan sort of goes around the outside. It's actually a left-hander around. He goes around the outside, and I don't think that Ferrari, you just see he turns in, but then they approach so quick, and that's just such a violent crash, absolutely ripping the thing apart.
Now the good thing is, look at Alan McNeish, okay? The courageous Scotsman comes out, much to the applause and the appreciation. I think, a sigh of relief, of course, from Wolfgang Ulrich.
And died after a crash at the 24-hour Le Mans race in France on Saturday. Simonson was on the 4th lap of the endurance race about 10 minutes in. His Aston Martin was approaching the Tertre Rouge bend when it appeared to lose control. Simonson hit the safety barrier at a high speed before spinning away. Simonson was immediately taken to the hospital where he later succumbed to his injuries. The cause of the crash is being investigated.
Yes, because there is a car off coming through Tertre Rouge, and it ends up in a dangerous place. Yeah, because if you run wide there...
That's the number 2 Cadillac.
It is, isn't
Cadillac. Oh, and so basically he's had a tank slapper moment there in Tertre Rouge.
And couldn't get going, and if anybody else goes wide and hits that, you're in strife. So that's the reason for the stoppage. And if
the category, here's the 79 car just trying the third. That's the 41.
This is what happened.
Or 31. 31. That's the 31. Oh, and then the Ferrari goes through. Good heavens!
Wow, that came in super.
Came in really hot.
Dixon kissed the barrier, but
I think he just barely kissed it if he kissed it. Yeah. He got
the Ferrari kissed him on the way by as well.
Yeah. There you go.
And then the caddy, again, just a small touch.
Just missed it.
And got lucky that he didn't get collected by the Porsche, who then hits the barrier.
Wow. Yeah, but the point of my story was that...
Down chicane and down the hill, that's where the short Bugatti circuit turns off. But Andrew, this is the full track, nearly 8.5 miles, 13.6 kilometers. And it is one of the most demanding tracks in the world, isn't it?
Oh yes, without a doubt. It's obviously, it's got everything. It's got some what feel like very slow corners. And of course, when you've been whistling down the Morsan, you get rather familiar with high speed, so it's that much more difficult to get your braking points right. And obviously the cars are designed to go very quickly, so they're less easy to drive around the slower corners.
Just looking at the number 3 Toyota heading them out at the moment. That's the Japanese car, in fact, with Ukio Katayama in that one, with Toshio Suzuki and Keiichi Tsuchiya And the Toyota's really dominant in qualifying, although perhaps not by hard. And we've got a car on its roof already. How on earth has this happened? Just trying to spot which car that is.
That's the Schneider. It looks like the... no, I'm sorry, it's not. It's the... it's the
Mark Webber car.
Yes, again.
This is amazing. This happened in the qualifying sessions. This car flipped over in qualifying
When the greatest sports car event of the year, the Le Mans 24-hour race, opens in brilliant sunshine, none of the quarter-million crowd suspect the tragedy that lies ahead. The 60 starters are in their stride, thundering away to gain that early lead, which can mean so much in a mass start race such as this. Favourites among the big machines are the Mercedes team, led by Fangio, with Sterling Moss, Carl Kling and Pierre Levay. But the fans' eyes are also on Mike Hawthorne, Tony Roach and the other Jaguar drivers. Fangio's Mercedes is well away, and the smaller machines are battling for supremacy in their own categories. The leaders streak past the grandstand after the early laps with Mercedes, Jaguars and Ferraris well to the fore. Into the pits comes Reg Parnell's Lagonda while the field roars on. Peter Collins' Aston Martin, number 23, is among the British cars which are holding their own. Now Parnell's away again. All seems to be going smoothly when disaster strikes at 125 miles an hour. Levay's Mercedes collides and blows up. In a few ghastly seconds, death wipes out whole families. Levay is killed before his wife's eyes, and some 70 spectators with him. Among the bodies, frantic survivors seek their friends. The Mercedes was made partly of magnesium alloy, which blazes like a furnace. Lance Macklin's Austin Healey, hit by the doomed car before it crashed, is wrecked, but miraculously Macklin is unhurt. While firemen fight the blaze, the race goes on. Most of the vast crowd know nothing of the tragedy. Track marshals flag down drivers as they pass the holiday.
Oh, off in that dirty stuff, and then you've got no control coming back on. Oh, my heavens.
United car.
The United car just absolutely goes into the side of the Porsche.
Oh, he moved. There was a tiny movement from the blue car on the inside. Francois Perrodo just jinked away from that.
MP2 ali, o carro 63 da Prema também passando reto. A pista está escorregadia e desafiadora de acidente.
Sort of taking it calmly, and we've now had an incident at the Dunlop curve. Two cars have had a coming together at the Dunlop curve. One of them
being hell-bent for leather in pursuit of the mattress. He passed me at the end of the Mulsanne Straight at about 8 o'clock in the morning, and I followed him, accelerating out of the corner as we started to close on a privately ended Ferrari sedan. We were heading towards two bends on the back side of the course, which had taken flat out at about 180. At the entrance to the second bend, I watched as Joe pulled to the right and started to pass the Ferrari. Then at the last moment, he seemed to realize that he was making a mistake. I picked my way through the debris on the track.
Very disappointing for Toyota. They led the race from the start, but that car is out, and it looked like terminal engine problems there. Whoops, and somebody else has a tyre blow on the main straight. This time it's Hasemi, the Japanese, in the works this end. Whoops, my goodness me, I don't believe this. It's a repeat of Wada's accident, although this time, thankfully, it doesn't catch fire. But the car, and he's still in it, Hasemi, but he's moving about. It looks like he's going to be okay. You can see Hassemi moving about in the car there, trying to unstrap